Okay, guys. There's nothing back there. Well, I guess that would help. Fuck. Once again, my fucking mirror doesn't work. Unless you do that. And it's still not working. Goes up and down. Doesn't go left and right. There we go. Piece of shit. Not nearly enough. That probably will work. Get out and look. Always safe bet. I need to crank it some more. Should be okay though. It should rotate. I know this seems stupid, but it's the only way to be sure that you're going to make it. And it should rotate, but I'm going to check it again as I back up. Every trailer is a little different. Even if it's a 4 pocket, we're not. Even if it's a 4 pocket trailer, it's they seem like they turn a little different because the wheelbase is slightly different on all of them. So you really can't get used to it because every trailer you haul is somewhat different. Okay, it'll clear now. As that rotates around, it'll easily clear that silo, and I should be good. I'll check it one more time though as I back up. What'll probably be the case is it'll now be pointed the other way a little too much, and it is, but I've got a lot of room over here now, and I've got plenty of room over here too, so I'll have enough room to swing it and get it back. It'd be a lot easier if there was like a camera on the back of the trailer. I hate how they hop like that. See, my danger now is on that side because I didn't quite get it, but it should. Well, believe me, left leg gets tired. Whew. I got my chair up a little too high too. So you're stretching with your leg, holding that clutch down. But I got clearance on that side by a few inches. By the time I get to it, I will easily have cleared it. What I'll do, I got plenty of room back there. I'm just going to back straight up and then pull forward and try to angle towards that silo rather than trying to work to correct it and yaw it back and forth. Just pull back, use that room in front of me. I'll swing that way and try to get the ass of the trailer towards that silo, which is what it needs, where it needs to be. There we go. See? A lot better. Aimed right back towards that silo. Now, I've got enough room that you can make small adjustments. You can't do small adjustments with the wheel unless you got the room and the length for those adjustments to take effect. I'm sorry, my mirrors are filthy. That probably isn't going to help the video much. And again, I did not quite get it. You can see the hose hanging right there. I want my wheel to be pretty close to that silo, and I didn't quite get it. And I know that just from experience, not because I'm clairvoyant and I know everything in the world because I'm a super trucker. It's just I've been here enough times that I know to hook up to that hose, you really need to get close to that silo there in order for the hose to hook up properly, or easily anyway. Especially if the hose you're carrying is a little on the short side, which is not the case with the one I have. Now, we won't stop there. What I'll do is I'm going to go back, I'm going to hook up the hose, and then back up to the hose once I get it hooked up. And just make sure this is recording. Yep. Trusty hammer. I'm not going to be close enough, I can tell you that right now. That's the hose I need to hook to. This is an old ass hose I borrowed from the shipper because for some reason there weren't any on this trailer or any of the other ones that were in that lot. So I had to borrow a hose from the shipper. You never want to drop these. You want to set them down on the ground. These are just cast, and they can crack. And then you got no hookup, and you're totally foobarred. We had to use some PB Blaster on these because these hinges, these little ears were all totally locked up. You want to make sure there's a gasket in there, and there is. There's a rubber gasket right here, otherwise it won't clamp down. Beat up. Fuck me running. I'll be lucky to get that apart. I don't think it. Go. These have little cams inside here that lock in. Getting that apart is going to be a fucking nightmare. And then what I do is take the hose, put it approximately where that is. Take your trusty bright orange hammer, put it on the ground where you can see it, and then you know that's how far you got to back up. Oh, that's nice. Hold on, there's a guy. I may have to pause it to put it away. I'm technically not supposed to film in here. Hold on. Alright, he went the other way. They have a way around this obstruction that I'm causing. Yeah, I screwed up a little bit. You can barely see the orange hammer. That's about right. I'm not going to go through the unloading process because you guys have already seen that. But I don't think I showed you the hookup process. Huh, I did pretty good. I want to make sure those things don't get caught under there. Okay, we got the hose hooked up. Take that with me. Now, this valve controls air coming from the blower, and either it goes, if it's open, goes to the top and pressurizes the tank from the top, or if you close it, it forces air to go through the aerators, pressurizing the tank from the bottom. This is the blowdown valve. You want to close that all the way, lock it. You want to make sure all your product valves are closed. They should be. All your aerator valves are open. And they are. And then this is your product control valve. You close that. That will force all of the air. It'll prevent air from running down the bottom and out the tube. It'll force it around and into the aerators, which is what you want. So I'm going to pressurize it until I get to about 15 psi, open it about halfway, and then open up the product valve and start working on this pocket here. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Before I do that, it would help to hook up the blower to the tank. Always got to watch that. Lose that in that water, you'll never find it. And when you hook it up, you want to make sure, you can't see, but there is a gasket in there. You want to make sure there is a gasket, otherwise it won't seal. And if there's no tension on this like that, then you really want to use a bungee cord, wrap it around that so that it doesn't come off. Doesn't need much tension, just a little bit. If that thing pops off while it's pressurizing, take your freaking head off. Or give you a concussion at least. So now what I'm going to do is put the clutch in, use the press the clutch all the way down, use the clutch brake by doing that, stop the transmission, put it in gear. That stops the transmission. Turn on the power takeoff, back to neutral, let the clutch out slow, and the blower will engage. And then I want to hit cruise control. And Now I'm going to slowly pressurize that tank. I got to put my earplugs in because that's really loud. And from now on, you guys may not hear me. I'm going to check to see if I'm still recording. I am. I'm going to go as long as I can. If the video stops, it'll be because I ran out of battery or ran out of storage.